Some things are meant to find the right person at the right time. Mr. Mehta sighed as he packed the last few books in his old bookstore. 40 years of stories, gone by tomorrow. Just then, the door creaked open. A little girl, no older than 10, stepped in. Her clothes were worn and her shoes were barely holding together. But her eyes, they burned with curiosity. "Are you still selling books?" she asked. "For today," Mr. Mehta said, forcing a smile. She hesitated, then pulled out a few crumpled rupees. "I want a book, but I don't know which one." Mr. Mehta gestured to the last few books on the shelf. "Pick the one that calls to you." Her fingers brushed over the covers, pausing on a thin, tattered book buried in the corner. She pulled it out, staring at the faded title. Mr. Mehta's heart skipped. It was the first book he had ever owned, a book about dreams, struggles, and never giving up. "You have good taste," he murmured. He wrapped it carefully and placed it in her hands. "Take it. No charge." The girl's eyes widened. "But—" He shook his head. "Some books aren't meant to be sold. They're meant to be found." She clutched it to her chest and ran out the door. Mr. Mehta watched her disappear into the streets, a strange peace settling over him. Maybe, just maybe, this was the story his bookstore was meant to tell. Years later, a knock on his door. An elegant woman stood outside, holding a familiar tattered book. "You probably don't remember me," she said, smiling, "but I was that little girl. That book changed my life. Today, I'm a writer because of it." Mr. Mehta blinked, his throat tight. He had thought he had lost everything. But some gifts come back in ways we never expect. Because sometimes, the last hope isn't in a place. It's in a story waiting to be told. My friends, even the smallest act of kindness, a simple gift, or a single story can change someone's life. Hope never truly disappears. It just finds new homes.